You're making stuffed bell peppers. For this, you will need 4 to 6 large green bell peppers, some onion, some garlic, salt, pepper, Italian seasoning, and some cooking oil, a medium to large casserole dish or baking pan, a large pot, a colander, large frying pan, cup of rice. If you are doing 6 bell peppers, make it a cup and a half of rice. Your favorite shredded cheese. A pound to a pound and a half of ground beef. Extra large can of tomato sauce. Serving spoon. Tongs. Cutting knife. Paring knife. Cutting board. We start by peeling, crushing, and dicing 2 or 3 cloves of garlic. We then dice 3 or 4 slices of yellow onion. Remove the stems and seeds from the bell peppers, breaking away only very little at the top so we can reach the inside and clean out the seeds. Try not to tear the entire bell pepper. Flush with water. Remove all the light-colored insides. Fill your deep stew or soup pot about 2/3 of the way up with water. Put your cored bell peppers into the pot and bring to a rolling boil. We want to cook these peppers till they are soft and tasty. It takes about 10 to 15 minutes once you get the water up to boiling. Make sure they are submerged or turn them about to cook them on all sides. You can throw some of the top residue into that pot and use it to help determine how cooked the peppers are. With your tongs, reach in and pull out a little piece of pepper, flush it under cold water, and then eat it. If it's crunchy and tart, it needs to cook more. Once your bell peppers are thoroughly cooked, put them into the baking pan with the open top facing upwards. In your large frying pan, add a little extra virgin olive oil. Start breaking up your ground beef and adding it to the hot frying pan. Stir the meat to keep it from burning. Once all your beef is cooked, put the colander into the sink. Add the beef, clean out your pan with water, rinse the beef to drain the excess fat. Wipe your frying pan clean with a paper towel to remove the meat fat. Put the pan back on the heat. Add a touch of olive oil, then pour in some of your diced garlic and onions. Set the rest aside. Pour in your rinsed ground beef. Stir. Open a can of tomato sauce, or if you'd rather, you can use store-bought pasta sauce. A good brand, with onions and garlic. Pour about half the container into the frying pan and keep stirring the mixture. Now add your rice. Add some salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning to the tomato sauce. Keep stirring and turn off the heat. Spoon the contents of your frying pan into each of the bell peppers, a spoon at a time. Stuff them in with the spoon. Use the spoon to remove as much from the frying pan as possible. If you are using regular tomato sauce, Add the rest of the onions, garlic, and any green pepper debris you have left over. If you're using store-bought sauce, you don't have to add these items unless you want chunky sauce. Add salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning. Add a little water to thin the sauce mixture. Start pouring the rest of your sauce into each of the bell peppers. Pour the rest of the sauce in between the peppers to cover the outside of the peppers and the inside of the baking dish with enough liquid to go about halfway up. Preheat the oven to about 400. Put a sheet of aluminum foil over the rack. Place the casserole or baking dish over the aluminum foil and bake for about 15 minutes until the liquid starts bubbling. Remove and top each of the peppers with your favorite cheese. It can be cheddar, mozzarella, provolone. Here we are using cheddar and Monterey Jack. Place the casserole or baking dish over the aluminum foil and bake for about 15 minutes. Since it's not going to be in the oven all that long, we want to make sure that we have pre-cooked those peppers thoroughly. When the tomato sauce is at a boil and the cheese on top is getting brown, remove the baking dish from the oven and serve. 1 pepper for each person, and that's a big meal. It has 1/4 pound of beef. A whole pepper becomes your green vegetable. 1/4 cup of rice is your starch. A cup of tomato sauce, and that's for each serving. This entry weighs in just over 1 pound, and it isn't all that high in calories. For low-calorie diets, just don't use the cheese. Stuffed bell peppers. Enjoy!